I am paranoid, and I tend to overthink things. Maybe that's what caused me to be paranoid. I don't know, but I'll tell you. I'll give you examples of my paranoia. Okay, well, when I go to my supermarket where I shop at, you walk into the supermarket, and the one that I shop at, you walk. It's like a vestibule where they keep shopping carts. So when I go in there, right next to where the shopping carts are, there's a dispenser with sanitary wipes, and there's a sign there. You can use these sanitary wipes to wipe off the handle of the shopping cart. So I start thinking about things. Here's where maybe I do overthink it. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm doing the right thing by thinking about it. Who touched the cart before I did? Why do I have to sanitize the handle? And the person that touched the cart, if I have to sanitize the handle, where were their hands before they touched it? Could they have had the jockey itch and they were, I don't know. Or could they be in the waste room and didn't wash their hands? I don't know. Where could their hands have been that I got to sanitize this handle? What country did they come from? What faraway land were they brought up in? If they've just been recently here and don't understand things, they're doing things the way they did that in the country that they came from. And I'll tell you, if you got to wipe off the handle of the shopping cart, what about the fruit that they touched? Sometimes you go and you pick up tomatoes. You want to make sure that you're not getting a real soft tomato or a real soft apple. You want to make sure the fruit is fresh and firm. Or what kind of can maybe they were taking some cans off the shelf. They didn't like a particular item. They looked at it. They looked at the salt content. They put it back on the shelf. Too much salt in there. Can of tomatoes. Can think of ketchup. Think of juice. Whatever. And then I go in there and pick up the can that they had fingered. Okay. I just wonder who these people are. Now, I know they say it's wrong to profile, but I think that these people should be profiled. Where they came from, who they are, why they do these things, where were their hands 5 minutes before they touched these things. And they say you ought not to profile, but you ought not to have feces dancing up and down your hands either when you touch something. You touch something that they touched, and all of a sudden you got these little critters in your hands. That's what I mean by overthink things. Or maybe not, or maybe you should be thinking about these things. Here's another issue. Long time ago, not back in the day, but some years ago, when you used to buy a package of jockey shorts, let's say, they came like 4, 5, 6 in the package, and when you open the package, there'd be a label in there, a little slip of paper that said "inspected by," okay, and then there'd be a number, inspected by whatever the number was. Now I started thinking about these things. Now wait a second. If these things are going to be fingered by somebody, inspected by somebody, I want to know who these people are. I want to have a picture of them. I want to have maybe a short resume. Okay, were they a guy? Were they a woman that inspected these things? Maybe a picture of this woman? I don't want a picture of the guy, but if it was a woman, I want a picture. Okay, now, were this person that inspected them, were they in the home for the criminally insane? Sometimes they give these people little jobs to do during the day and they can make 25 cents a day or something like that. But I'd like to know if this person was an inmate in the criminally insane house. Okay, I mean, they're touching my shorts and my shorts are touching my privates. I think I should know. And for example, maybe there's some fiend that's playing around with my jockeys. If it was a beautiful babe, I got no problem with that. Just send a picture, give me the height, weight, measurements, that'd be good for me. I'm good to go with that. But I'd like to know, have they an education? Were they a college graduate? Who is fingering my shorts? Okay, and I'd like to know why they're fingering them. Are they looking for, ground glass or just playing around with them? Here's another thing. I'd like to be an entrepreneur sometimes. So I'm thinking about businesses that would be a good going business, we can make some money, you know. So I'm thinking about a business. I see these places what they call gently used resale shops, gently used clothing. In other words, somebody sends has some clothes and they bring it to these resale shops that they use for maybe 6 months a year, and they send it to these resale shops, and then they get a few bucks for it, and then the resale shops sell it to some person who wants to get a garment a little cheaper. Well, I see they have it for wedding gowns, nice clothes. I even see them they have for jeans. You know, you can buy a pair of older jeans. You know, but I see it for real expensive things too, like wedding gowns, like I said before. Okay, but I was thinking about, what about underwear? Okay, let's say you go buy a pair of jockey shorts. Okay, let's say jockey shorts aren't cheap nowadays. Let's say they cost like $4 a pair. You wear them, you put them on. All of a sudden, next time you throw them in the wash. Okay, after you're finished wearing them, hopefully you throw them in the wash. You don't just turn them inside out and wear them again. But let's say you put them in the wash. Okay, now you get up in the morning one day and you're getting dressed. And you stick your hand in the drawer to pull out a freshly cleaned pair of jockeys, or briefs or boxers, whatever your preference is. And you look inside there and you say, no way can I wear these things. I mean, they got stains in them. Even though you washed them in soap and bleach and warm water or hot water, whatever, they got stains in them. Okay, so they say, I can't wear these anymore. I mean, some people might say it, some might not. A guy says, I can't wear these anymore. So he puts it, so I'm going to put them through the wash again. He puts them through the wash again, same thing, takes them out, still stains. He says, I can't take these anymore. Now, I can't wash these anymore. I can't wear these anymore, okay? Wear them. I can't wear these things anymore. Okay, so now, if there was a resale shop, he could take down to the resale shop, and maybe he paid $4 for it, and maybe they'll give him $1 for it, okay? And then they'll sell it for maybe $1.50, okay? So it's a win-win situation. He's getting $1 for something that he paid, even though he paid $4 for it, and maybe he only wore it once, you know. Okay, but he's getting $1 for it, and then the resale shop is selling it for $1.50. Now maybe there was some guy that's not discerning, not discriminating, that he would wear these shorts, okay, and they've been cleaned, okay. In fact, the original guy, after he washed them a few times, he sent them to a professional laundry. Maybe he said he figured maybe they can do a better job, and they sent it back to him with a note pin onto him. You got to be kidding! They probably flagged his shorts. You know, they don't want to see him back in their laundry again. Okay, so now they go to some guy comes in the resale shop. Maybe he's not a discerning person. Okay, and he would wear them. Okay, now I'm saying to myself, would I wear them? Okay, now would I wear a pair of shorts with stains in them? Now, if they were my stains, yeah, I would wear them. I wouldn't bring them to a resale shop. I could see myself wearing them. But if there's somebody else's stains in there, even though we're washed multiple times, okay, if the stains were still in there, I would not wear them. Okay. Now I'm thinking to myself, what difference whose stains they are? You know what is you know what. Where they came from. Is mine any better than somebody else's? That's what I mean about myself being a little paranoid, you know. Maybe you're the same.